What's going on, everybody? It's Julian here. I was asked a little earlier today if I can show something on just some stretching. For a lot of us, a lot of you out there, we're getting a little bit more exercise. I know a lot of times we talk about people who weren't doing stuff and trying to get moving, but for a lot of people, because there's nothing else to do, they're getting a lot of exercise in. And I'll always admit that stretching is probably one of the last things that people do. Right? We do need to get that. You need to really warm up and stretch before you go run or you go work out, and then to do something after. Your muscles need to recover, and stretching is one of the ways that you can recover. In this time of quarantine where we can't go places, so you can't really go get a massage to recover, or you can't go get the compression boots unless you have them at home, but you can't go to a place. You can't go get the ice or anything like that. So any kind of cold therapy or anything like that, you're not really getting a lot of that. So stretching is going to be first and foremost in a lot of it. So I'm gonna go through a nice little routine that I have here. Easy to do for the legs. We're gonna get a lot of hamstring, some hip. Not as much quad on this one, but just for a lot of hamstring, glute, and hip here. Right. So what you need is just a mat. You're down. You can grab, if you have a band, that is great because you get to pull on it. If you don't, then any sort of kind of a rope or not really string. It has to be somewhat thick. This is more like of a band, right? Of a cloth band. Or if you don't have that, a towel, a large towel will do, right? So we're gonna come here. We're going to right leg first. We're just gonna place it just around the kind of the instep of the foot, what I call the ball of the foot. Right, we want to have good control there. So lying down from there, I'm sorry, actually the first one is sitting up. I'm going to sit up from here, up tall on this position, and all we're doing is a lift, right? The band is there to help, up, hold, about 2-3 seconds, hold, and down. We're going to do 5 here just because I'm kind of showing you everything, but normally we do about 10 of each of these. Right, 10 of each. Number 5. So just a sit and reach. Next one is out wide. We're going to go lateral, get into that hip. So big thing on this is we want to try to keep that toe pointed out and don't let it turn. So keep that toe pointed up towards the ceiling. 3, 4, and 5. And now we'll lie down, and we're actually going to do that exact same thing. We've got a little more range of motion, just in a little different position. But we're going to come out here to the side and watch my foot because my toe wants to turn easily on that one because I can go further. Again, make sure that you keep that toe pointed up towards the ceiling. You go as far as you can with the stretch, then take it a little further with the band. That's what the band is for. Here. Good. Now we're going to go up. So take it from here. Again, come up as far as you can. Take the band, pull a little bit more, and down. Try to keep that other leg down. Don't let it raise up on it. So press that knee down through the ground as you do this. And down. I like to keep the toe or the foot dorsiflexed instead of straight right there. So you get something through the calf as well as you're stretching. Stretching is somewhat therapeutic. It is slow. I know people like to go and just move all the time, but doing something like this can just relax you. And right now during this quarantine, it's the best time to really build a habit of doing this, right? Make this an integral part of your day. So that's 5. So now we're gonna go out to the side. So we're gonna come from here. We're gonna drop that leg down to the side. In the process of doing this, I want you to try to keep your opposite hip on the ground. So you can't roll. I don't want you to roll over. I want you to keep that hip on the ground, drive out where you can. And back up again, let that hip fall, let the band pull more, and fight to keep that hip down on the ground. Last one here. Good. Now we're going to cross over, switch hands, put that other hand out to the side.
And again, now we're going to cross over, same type of thing. I'm going to try to keep this right hip on the ground. So I don't want to just drop. Because if I'm dropping here, I'm really stretching through my back, not my hip. So we're here, we're going to keep that hip on the ground here. And your range of motion may not be a lot. Don't be surprised if you do not go far on this, but you will feel it, right? Use that band to help pull. Fight to keep that hip on the ground. Last one here. And I'm going to finish up with circles on this leg. And in the routine, as I said, everything else was 10. This would be 5, right? Clockwise, 5 counterclockwise. So I'm going to go through this. We're still going to do 5 here. But once you do this, this is 5 and 5 anyway. Big circle, come up as high as you can. Drop that leg all the way down and back around. Do not cross over the middle or your mid-plane. You come back to the center right there. And then go the other way. So we go down first, out, bring it around, and up. And up. Bring it around. 4, last one here, down, and up. Good.
Hope you enjoyed that. As I said, something just real simple, easy to do for the legs. Make your legs feel better after a great workout. Actually gives you a little more energy or boost to do something the next day. Not as tight and not as sore. Won't be as tight or sore as you normally would after doing something like that. So get your stretching in. Make sure that you do that. Take this time in this. If you haven't stretched before, if it's not something that you're big into, take this opportunity now during this quarantine to make that a part of your everyday routine. All right, guys? Good. Stay moving, stay motivated. Peace.